Ivy and Jerry Kluver. Good morning, Jerry.
Good morning, Amanda, and good morning, everyone out there and your families. Merry Christmas to you. And Amanda, I want to start out before we get growing, and I want to mention some last-minute hot holiday ideas.
All right.
Don't forget your Hy-Vee grocery stores, your Hy-Vee drugstores have any. You can make these out for any amount.
They're
This one
cards.
says have gift cards.
Yeah.
It says have a sweet holiday. How about the bed and bath? We represent a lot of different businesses on our gift card rack. But there's one from the Gap. You know, the teenagers love that. How about my favorite place, the Outback? Who wouldn't like a Bass Pro? Or look at this one, Peace of Mind Jiffy Lube. You know, so if you don't want to change your own oil, there you go. But it's time to get growing.
All right, thanks,
Here we
Jerry.
go.
We start with Kevin in North Bayard. We have a rose bush that has a shoot growing off of it. It's about 13 feet tall and growing up the front of our house. It didn't produce any flowers, but it has nice green leaves and is quite thorny. What do we do with it? My wife said we should cut it off, but I'm waiting to hear from you.
All right. What I'm going to tell Kevin this morning is go ahead and cut that off, even take the rose bush out if you want to. Maybe wait till spring. This has got undercover shoots coming up that froze and thawed, and that killed the rose bush as far as it future blooming. So he's going to have to repurchase another rose bush for next year, but that's the final answer.
All right.
You bet.
Janet from Urbandale wants to know, I dug up a very large, beautiful banana plant and would like to try to keep it over the winter. I have trimmed back the leaves to the stalk. How do I prepare it for overwintering, or is that even possible? The stalk is probably 3.5 to 4 feet tall. Can I cut it back further?
Why, it's perfect. As long as the bulb is firm, obviously it's probably been dug up and he's waiting for an answer here. Find a bigger pot, get some nice medium soil in around it, bring it inside to room temperature. That's a tropical plant, by the way. And get it potted, keep it moist, give it high light, a little fertilizer, and then, of course, in May, this next year, back out on the patio as a tropical plant, and next year just go through that same process, and you'll be fine.
Very good. All right, Beth from Laurel this morning. We have a poinsettia. We've had it for about 5 years. This year it has not turned red. What do we need to do to get that color to come out?
Well, there's an aftercare poinsettia sheet. Just go online with Iowa State University and type in poinsettia care. They've got a great aftercare and how to recycle it, how to make it bloom again next year. And if they cannot find that, I'm available. Just email me, and I'll make sure you get one.
All right.
How's that?
Too bad you don't make house calls. That'd be awesome. Janella from Boone wants to know, I received a, oh gosh, you're going to have to tell me.
Cyclamen.
Cyclamen last year as a gift. I set it outside throughout the summer and then potted it and brought it inside this fall. It began losing its leaves, but it still put on blooms. How do I get the leaves to grow again?
Well, you know, we'll be talking about cyclamens in January here. We're going to have a segment on it. Go ahead and continue to water it. Keep it inside, and you're going to be fine. And give it some fertilizer, and you're going to be okay. Just keep it moist. Cyclamen's a great plant after Christmas.
All right, terrific. Well, Irene in Algona wants to know what causes blackleaf in miniature roses and how do you treat it? And we're almost out of time, Jerry.
That's a blackleaf is a fungus on a rose. We can go ahead and treat that in the spring. And you need to spray roses to keep that blackleaf, powdery mildew, and rust off. And we'll get into that in our spring segments.
Very good. All right. If you have gardening or growing questions, drop Jerry an email. Go to kcci.com and click on the Get Growing logo. Now, we're off next week, but he's back in 2 weeks to answer more of your questions. Coming up next this Saturday morning, new ways to control the pet population. We're hearing from the Animal Rescue League about just how important it is, and we have a special tiny guest.
Merry Christmas.